Welcome. This is KenG Tri Coach, and this is for my clients. This is to save you a few bucks, taking things to the bike shop on a regular basis to get fixed, general maintenance, and it's an overview of tools that you might need in order to do it. The way it's laid out right now, items on your left are for beginners, and things that I'll call a minimalist, something that you need to have and keep your bike clean, all the way up through the more advanced parts and extra parts on hand. So let's go through some of this stuff. So at a minimum, you probably should have some rags to clean your bike off, soap and brushes, gloves, keep your hands clean while you're doing it, a couple spare tubes. You may even want some tape and a cutter here. Electrical tape is a good process to kind of keep things together. And then some type of wrench. These are metric wrenches, or even this is all different sizes of metrics. These are the most popular sizes on a bike. However, you will need something like this if you got some specialized bike. Tire levers to take the tires and change tubes. Here's just another version of the same version, except this one might actually have some screwdrivers to it as well, and a pump. And if you have electrical shifting, you'll need some type of recharging system. This one's for Shimano. Trams are a little bit different. They have little piece pods that snap into it. And then definitely a floor pump once you change tires. Those are the things that you definitely need to get. If you want to keep your tires or chain clean, you're going to need some type of chain cleaner, which this snaps over the chain. You put some mineral spirits cleaner of some type, spin it through the gears, just kind of get the grease, dirt off your chain. You can use brushes to take that extra stuff off, and then some type of dry lube for road bikes. Wet lube is used for mountain bikes. Those that have composite material bike frames, you want to change your seat, you really got to be careful of changing anything. There's normally a little Newton meter call out on the fastener. This little torque here is the torque wrench, and you can set it, and you have different sets of Allen wrenches, and reference how to use that some other time, but that's important not to over torque fasteners on a composite bike. You'll crack it and you avoid the warranty. If you have disc brakes, you'll have a couple of these. These go into the brake itself, the caliper, when you take the wheel off, just so you don't accidentally squeeze it and push the pistons out, because there'll be nothing to push against and you'll overextend them. So when you're traveling and you have to take the wheels off, put these in place. You typically have a little snap-on feature to keep it in place until you need to take it out. If you're doing any changing of pedals, this is a pedal wrench. Many pedals, there'd be note that the left pedal on all bikes is reverse threaded. This is just another version of a tire wrench. This one's a little easier once you get it started for those tight wheels. Little fat Allen wrenches, they're replaceable, or even screwdrivers, you know, flathead, Phillips, that type of thing. These are for non-disc brakes. These are side pull, center pull. These allow you to adjust the brake in case it's rubbing it more on one side of the wheel than the other. This is a tool that is not as, I guess, needed as more, but it's a needle remover tightener for tubes. Not all tubes have removable stems. This would allow you to, if you have tubeless tires, to loosen up, pull out the stem, put the gunk inside, and tighten it back down. This over here is if you want to change the chain. It pops out pins. That's one version of it. If you have a master link that snaps in, you need a tool like this. So one of these for chains. I like this feature now because you can take the chain completely off and put it back on later on. Once you use this, the pin is then destroyed. You have to get another pin, maybe save some pins, or you have to buy all new chain. This guy right here is a chain stretch tool. When you put it in one way and it goes in both ways, if this little pin drops in after you've nested it in against one of the chain is stretched. It needs to be replaced. You may need batteries in some of your bikes. SRAM shifters, they actually have these small batteries up in the shifters, and you can easily look to see how to replace those, because there's batteries for the shifter, and then there's batteries for the levers. And Google online, it'll tell you how to reset everything once you replace those. For the real serious person, you'll need metric T-shaped wrenches. Those come in handy for those hard to get angles, because they have a wrench. They have the Allen wrench on one side and then the other, depending on how far away you need to stretch, get around everything. You can use it. Then you start getting into what we call a chain whip. This is a chain whip here, and if you have a large socket and a key that goes in your cassette, once you take your rear wheel off, you can use these three things to replace the cassette. If you're going from a flat course to a hilly course, you may want to change the gearing of your bike, and you'd buy the whole set of cassettes that slide on in the right order. You can also look at that online to see how it's done, but that would be more advanced. Then this is very advanced. This is to do your crank. If you're going to be at this level, you'll probably want to buy a bike stand. You put the bike up. This one actually has a tray to put tools and parts that you take off, so you know how to put it back together. And then I have another item over toolbox over here. This is spare parts. This is my junk drawer. It has extra levers. It has another. Actually, it has another chain remover kit. It shims in it. It has, whether it's for handlebars, it has little rubber sleeves when you attach a light that's not moving. Here's some tubeless rim tape. I actually have some extra. I keep it around here. Some handlebar tape. It actually has some extra lights that's some old bikes that I just kept. And then a whole box of tubes. And in this particular case, the reason why I got that is because these are very deep, and I need that for my deep dish wheels. Notice that when I ordered these tubes, it did come in with its own set of levers. So I really buy levers because every time I order a set of tubes, I typically get a bunch more levers with it, so I just keep on adding to it. That's why I have extras here. I hope this helps. Oh, the one other thing is, if you wanted to set your bike up by the rear wheel somewhere on the parking lot at a place or in your garage, this is a good, inexpensive, easy way to do it. It can adjust to screws on the bottom, different widths of tires. But most bikes will be fitting in there. You put the rear wheel in there and it stands up. You don't have to lean it against the wall and pray that it doesn't fall and scratch. I hope this helps. See you at the races.